From silent revenge moves to full-blown showdowns, these are the moments when the sharks completely lost it on each other. Starting off with Christopher Gray. When Christopher Gray walked into the tank, he came with a big smile and a simple idea that could change lives. His app Shawly helped students find scholarships to pay for college.
College is expensive. I know, I'm a student.
It sounded smart, useful, and something that every student would want. Lori Greiner was the first one to show interest.
We love you already.
She offered $40,000 for 15% and asked him to say yes.
The $40K for 15%.
Right there, Damon John quickly joined in, adding another $20,000 to team up with her.
$40,000 for 15%.
Together, they made a sweet deal for Christopher. He accepted it with joy, but the moment he walked out, the whole tank caught fire. Mark Cuban, Robert Herjavec, and Kevin O'Leary were furious. They thought it was not a real business deal, but a charity move. Robert looked disappointed and said, "It's Shark Tank, not Charity Tank."
Is it a charity?
He was
or is it a
99
business?
cents an hour.
The room went tense. Mark tried to ask about the app's back-end system, but the discussion had already turned into chaos. The voices started getting louder and you could feel the heat. It didn't even feel like a business show anymore. It felt like a personal fight breaking out on air.
Nobody else was gonna figure it out. What are you talking about?
Robert finally stood up and walked out, saying he didn't want to say something bad.
Because you're not a real
So I'm
guy.
just gonna go, okay? Because there was no need to do.
The other sharks kept arguing, and it looked like friendships were hanging by a thread. It was one of those wild moments that showed the real side of Shark Tank, raw, messy, and unforgettable.
There's a point to being compassionate and caring
I
about
don't think it's
things that matter.
$5,000. Run out there and
Things
change it to
that
$100,000.
matter.
You don't
Education
have
and
to do that. The
scholarship
guy,
is important.
he already died. What do you know
It's
about
all
algorithms?
sour grapes.
It's not sour grapes.
You know what? You're really pissing me off right now. I'm gonna say something rude to you, and
No,
I don't
don't.
want to say something
Because
rude to
you're
you.
not a
So
real
I'm just
guy.
gonna go, okay? Because there was no need
you
to
should
do
do
something
that,
like
but that's
that.
Actually not
You're
you.
smarter than
You're
that.
not the guy to walk away and walk off.
This next moment wasn't about business at all. It was about respect, and guest shark Chris Sacca learned that the hard way. When Junior Desinor walked into the tank, he looked calm, confident, and ready.
Sharks, my name is Junior, and I'm from the Big D, Dallas, Texas.
He introduced Tor, a smart lockbox made to make house hunting faster and easier. He asked for $500,000 for 10% equity, and his pitch was clean, clear, and one of the most prepared ones the Sharks had seen.
Now what? You can call an agent and wait days for an appointment.
Everything was smooth until guest shark Chris Sacca stepped in. From the very start, Chris wasn't interested. He said the tech was old and didn't bring anything new.
In a day, each with an electronic lockbox on it. The agents just held their phone up.
The way he talked instantly set off the wrong vibe with everyone. Barbara Corcoran couldn't take it and told him to stop interrupting and actually listen. But Chris didn't stop. He kept saying the idea already existed and that Junior wasn't doing anything different.
Really use this product
You had to
last
wait.
week.
You had to wait on that agent to let you in, right?
Barbara called him arrogant and the mood in the room changed fast. Still, Junior stayed calm. He explained that real estate agents were stuck with old tools and that Tor was designed to make things smarter. Finally, Barbara and Kevin stepped in together and offered him the deal of $500,000 for 10%, with part of it as a loan. Junior accepted and walked out happy, but it didn't end there. Mark Cuban, who had earlier backed out, jumped into an argument with Chris and said he was disrespectful to Junior.
No, this is going over your head.
No, it's not.
Do you
Mark,
think people drive
you're
down the
making no
street and
sense
look
at
for
all.
houses?
It turned into another classic Shark Tank moment that was heated, messy, and completely unexpected.
In order to get
No, you
the
don't.
agent is going to send it to
reasonable
your
sharks can disagree. Look how any agent gets into a house with the other technology. They walk up, boom, they're in the house.
So what you're saying, what the agents do, you can enable for the consumer to
Absolutely.
do. Right.
Hey,
I get
thanks for
that.
catching up.
And that tension didn't go away because Chris returned for another episode, and this time his clash with Mark Cuban went from words to a full-blown showdown. Everything seemed normal until the creator dropped the number. The moment Brightwheel's founder Dave Vasson said he wanted $400,000 for just 4% of his company, you could feel the air shift. Damon John let out a loud sigh that echoed the room.
In my company. Brightwheel is.
You could tell right then he was done before the deal even began. But before the awkward silence could settle, guest shark Chris Sacca leaned in as he was already hooked on the idea. Brightwheel was a preschool app that let parents check on their kids' progress, and Sacca saw the money in it right away.
I don't know.
But things went from calm to chaos real fast. Sokka threw shade at the other sharks, saying they had nothing to offer Brightwheel. That one line lit a fire in Mark Cuban, and suddenly it wasn't a pitch anymore.
I don't want to get in the middle of anything. You tell me, what do you think you need from the rest of the line here?
Are you serious? Are you really that clueless?
No, I'm
Seriously, are you really that clueless?
Now it became a showdown. Voices got louder, faces got colder, and even Damon couldn't help but started chanting "Shark Fight" while the two sharks clashed on air.
I need something in Bed Bath & Beyond. I got people lined up over
That
here.
translates as you guys.
And I'm confident it'll hold up. So if somebody else wants to speak up right now, they should.
Still, what no one saw coming was the ending. Instead of storming off or throwing insults, Sokka and Cuban did the unthinkable.
Its own little world. And Instagram operates in its own little world. I've never been outside of San Francisco. I'm sorry.
They joined forces and made a deal together. Two sharks who never got along somehow ended up teaming up in the end. Because in the Shark Tank, when millions are on the table, pride takes a back seat and money does the talking. But that wasn't the last time the tank turned into chaos. The next one was even worse. No one expected pillowcase dresses to start a fight inside the Shark Tank, but that's exactly what happened. Ailey Lesser came in with her brand Cozy Bug, asking for $50,000 for 25% of her company. Her idea was sweet and simple. Cute little dresses that grow with kids so parents don't have to keep buying new ones every few months. It was creative, smart, and everyone could see the potential.
And the way they're designed, they cinch here at the neck.
Lori Greiner was the first one to speak.
I'm going to offer you the $50,000.
She looked impressed and said she loved the idea. She offered $50,000 for 30% and told Ailey she could help her take the brand to QVC and big stores.
But we can take it into all the retailers, and I think that I can make you.
Lori even said she could turn her into a millionaire. Everything looked smooth until Damon John jumped in.
I know I can make you the millionaire quicker.
He smiled and said this was his area, adding that he could make Ailey a millionaire even faster. That's when things started to heat up. Lori didn't like it one bit. She looked at Damon and said even small kids selling lemonade make more money than his brand FUBU.
Damon, I just passed a lemonade stand this morning that sells more product than you.
The room went silent for a second. Even the sharks were shocked. It was rare to see Lori go that hard, but she really wanted this deal. Allie stood there confused and caught between two sharks who clearly weren't backing down.
Lori, listen, I'm going to tell you something right now. Lori, listen. Lori, listen.
Write you a check right now.
In the end, she picked Damon, and Lori's smile quickly faded as Allie walked out with him. Next we have Shark Richard Branson, who decided to skip the words and go straight for water. It started like any other pitch. Yoonha Kim walked into the tank with her app, Simple Habit, a product meant to help people stay calm and stress-free.
Teachers from around the world.
Everything was going smooth, and the sharks were listening until Mark Cuban opened his mouth. No one expected what was coming next. He called Yoonha a gold digger, saying she was asking for money she didn't really need.
But that's what she is. She's a gold digger. She's a gold digger. No, she's not a gold digger.
That one line made her silent for a second. Richard Branson, who was a guest shark that day, didn't take it well.
Asking a question. It has to be 600. Oh, okay.
You could see the look on his face, that mix of shock and annoyance. He wasn't about to let that comment slide. Without thinking twice, he picked up his glass and threw water right at Mark. The entire panel froze for a second. Then in perfect Mark Cuban fashion, he grabbed his own glass and tossed the water right back. Now you had two billionaires, drenched and laughing but still kind of mad, sitting there on national TV. The irony? They were fighting over a product meant to bring peace, and it ended with flying water and two soaked sharks trying to keep their cool. No deal was made that day, but everyone watching knew they had just seen one of the wildest moments in Shark Tank history. But that wasn't the last time the tank turned into chaos, because the next deal had sharks leaving their seats, running into the hallway, and breaking every rule on the show. Knife Aid entered the tank with two confident entrepreneurs, Mikael Soderlund and Mark Lickfett, who wanted to turn a boring old service into something big.
Hi, Sharks. My name is Mark. Hi, my name is Michael.
They pitched their modern knife sharpening business, which works online so customers can mail in their knives and get them back sharp and shiny. The idea was simple but smart, and they asked for $400,000 for 15% of the company. The sharks were curious. It was one of those pitches that started calm but slowly turned into total chaos. Lori jumped in first, offering $200,000 plus a $200,000 line of credit for 20%. But before she could finish explaining, Kevin O'Leary and Rohan Oza joined the fight. Kevin made his classic move, offering $400,000 for 20%, while Rohan teamed up with Lori to sweeten her offer. That's when Barbara decided to back Kevin, and the two together offered $500,000 for 20%. Mark Cuban sat there quietly, watching everyone lose their minds. He didn't say much, but you could tell he was enjoying the drama more than anything else. Things got messy fast. Lori left her seat and went after the entrepreneurs into the hallway to talk privately.
Excuse me.
Which made Barbara angry. She said that it was against the rules.
I thought this was against the rules, no?
Kevin fired back, saying there are no rules.
No, there's no rules.
And suddenly half the sharks were out in the hall, chasing the same deal. It was like a school hallway fight, but with millionaires. In the end, after all the chaos and whispers, the founders came back and took Lori and Rohan's offer for $500,000 at 20%. One thing is for sure, when the sharks fight, it's better than any drama show out there.
He wanted 100, and as soon as I said done, it was like there was no.
We'll be back soon with another amazing video. Until then, stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
It's close. It's close.